Hey there everyone. This video is for anyone who is caught up on their genocide research essay up to the point of step 7 from the last video, which means you have copied over everything from your outline and have reformatted it properly to look like this: Times New Roman, double space, size 12. Okay, once you are to that stage, you are now ready for step 7, which is to add introductions before your evidence. So if you remember, when we talk about citing evidence, we talk about the intro, plop, cite method. Okay, so that means before you just plop a quote, you give a small introduction, like according to writer John Smith. Then you plop your quote in quotation marks, and then in parentheses, you put the name of the source, like that, with the author's last name and the year the article came out. So before each of your quotes, you can use any of these kind of possible intros. For example, for instance, as written by, as stated by, in the article, or according to. So when I'm looking at my essay draft, this is what it should look like if you're at this point. So for each paragraph, after your topic sentence, you have your evidence sentence. Okay, so before the quotation marks, this is where you're going to add your introduction for your evidence. So I could say, for example, comma, okay, and then I have my quote, and I already had my citation from my outline there. Now, for sake of this essay, if you are behind and you're trying to get this done, I would not stress about the citation. If you have that and you know how to do it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. It's more important that you get the rest of your essay done. So I say, for example, and then I have my quote here. Okay, here's my next sentence. Next, another cause of the Cambodian genocide was a desire to create an agrarian utopia. And then my next sentence has my quote. Okay, so I can use one of these other phrases. I can say this time, for instance, maybe. So I'm going to say, for instance, and then I have my my quote. And here I just wrote article 1. So I didn't write down the name of the article when I was doing my outline, so I might want to go back to that and find out what article 1 was. Which one was that? If that was history.com or whichever article that was referring to. Okay, and for the next one, again, after my topic sentence, before my quote. Okay, so for this next introduction, if I want to use something other than, for example, or for instance, if I want to keep adding variety, when I look at my list, these other starters require me to know who the author was, right? Because I need to say as written by, as stated by, or according to. So if you use the modified Cambodian genocide outline, then the page where you listed the causes and results here, you will see I gave you the name of each source with each quote. So let's say this next quote came from here, and it came from the USHMM, which stands for the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Or you could just use its abbreviation if you want to. So here I could say, I'm sorry, wrong one. Here we go. I could say, according to USHMM, and then I plot my quote. Okay, so if you want to mention who the source or the author was, make sure you look back at your outline to see the name of the source in the citation. Okay, and this last one, again, I see here over decades. This one's about about widespread poverty and illiteracy. So I have that quote is right here, and that came from history.com. So I could say, as stated by the editors of history.com, and then the quote. Okay, so step 7 is making sure that you have introductions before all of your evidence. Okay, so you'll see that I did that already here. I had, for instance, according to and as stated by. Okay, once you have finished your evidence, you are ready for the next video.